Using a 10mm socket or wrench, we're going to head and remove this bolt here, this bolt here, there's one right here, and then there's a few that run across the front. This is on the passenger side. You want to go ahead and repeat the same for the driver's side. Remove these two 10mm bolts here. Repeat for the other side. With the vehicle raised off the ground, you can put your ignition key to the on position. This allows you to manually rotate the wheel like this. You want to get into these plastic inserts. You go ahead and put your pry tool in there, pop that out, and repeat for these two. Between the bumper and the fender, there is one of those little plastic screw clips holding the edge of the bumper up into this here. So gently take the bumper, pull it down, separate those two pieces, and once the bumper is loose, go ahead and repeat for the driver's side. Now go ahead and grab the bumper, wiggle that, and go ahead and set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and remove this 10mm bolt right here. There's one over to the left over here. Go ahead and remove this one right here. And this nut right here. Grab the assembly. Pull this forward. You can then disconnect your lights. Take your headlamp, grab the connector, line this up, press it on so you hear it click. Go ahead and grab that bulb, line this up, twist that into place. Go ahead and line the lamp back up into the body. Install our upper 10mm nut, upper bolt, get our side bolt right here, and our forward mounted bolt. Go ahead and snug these bolts down. On the side of the body right here, we have this little knob, and on the inside of the bumper, there's actually this little slot right here. We have this on both sides. So when we install the bumper, you want to make sure that that knob fits inside of that, and we'll slide the bumper on both sides. Install your upper bumper and grille bolt here. Get it started a few threads. Repeat for the other side, and then we'll snug them both down. I want to go ahead and install our little plastic push pin that goes from the bumper up into the fender. What we're going to do is grab the fender liner and push this in a little bit. Pop this down That's going to give us some ability to get inside and reach that push button area. Once you have that pushed back in, pop your liner back in. I'm going to install our 3 push locks here. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for the other side. I'm going to go ahead and install our inner wheel liner here. Get our bolts started. We're just going to start these by hand. We're going to keep them loose until we get the lower bolts installed, and then we'll come back and tighten everything down. Then once we get this bolt snug down as far as you can, I'm going to now go ahead and repeat for the other side. Go ahead and install our lower bolts here. Once you get these 3 in, go ahead and repeat for the other side. I'm going to install our lower bolt here. And we just popped in a replacement bolt. I'm going to continue down the whole length and install the rest of these here. Once we get these in, we'll go ahead and snug them all down. Now we're on the inside of the fender well. We're going to come back and tighten up these 10mm bolts. And once these are snug, once again, repeat for the other side.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the access point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have 1. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.